Well, I guess today we're going to find out how the bike handles in the rain, which I don't think there's going to be any surprises. I think this bike is going to be great in the rain. And if nothing else, I'll get some good footage. I do need to change my intro, I guess, get more, well, I guess different rain rain riding, because my intro, I mean, I still have one of the bikes in the intro, but it's a different color, and I have none with this one because this is the first time I would have rode it in the rain. So I don't think it's doing too bad. And this is pretty much where I thought I would have problems with it, is low speed. I know once I get moving faster, the rain will be less of a difference. Right now it's my helmet that's giving me problems. So I can kind of say BMW drivers have a bad reputation that most of the time isn't well deserved. Tesla drivers, on the other hand, are absolute jerks. Yeah, they don't, yeah. Bless their pea-picking little devilish hearts. Compared to the BMW, I'm not sure how control is, but as far as being able to see over the windshield, I can see the draw of that, of a low windshield now in the rain. Worst part about riding in the rain, makes you want to pee. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. A Tesla that says unplugged kind of seems a little dumb. Then again, I've already told you what I think about Tesla riders. I definitely don't understand why it rains here a lot and people still can't drive in the rain. Not that they can't drive like safely, it's like drive like too safely. It's like they're scared of in the rain, and everybody drives really, really slowly, and all the lights back up and people are freaking out, and I'm like, we have the best roads for riding on the rain because it rains all the time. Rarely ever do the roads here like get underwater, and they're all sloped. You can see how wildly they're sloped. I don't get it, man. Oh, well, the other end, got my rain sock on. I was showing somebody today my hydrophobic rain sock down there. It actually works pretty well. Guess I should have got over instead of trying to shade my rain sock. I can tell you this now, this bike is much happier in the rain than the Sportster is. I guess this is a water-cooled M8 today. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, got through the first traffic jam there. Let's see if the weather stays good till we get home. Nope, weather did not hold off. So, summary, yeah, bike's good in the rain. And I hate to say it, but I think it's better than, I won't say it out loud. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good in the rain.
One eternity later.
Alright, welcome to the channel, everybody. So I got some new toys for the Street Glide. Full disclosure, PBYMT gave me these. It's a company that is, their manufacturer is out of China. Throw that right out up front. But everything's made in China these days. So this same part is made and sold through a different Harley distributor. Same part, but this was made by, or actually distributed by PBYMT. It's the side deflector that goes on the side of the fairing. So I'm going to show you guys how to take what's on there off and to put these on, and then we're going to go and take a test drive and see how well it works. So check it out. First I want to show you, some of you guys might not believe this, but I'm going to show you where this thing goes. So check it out. Alright, so that is the right one. So this one goes on this side. Let's go and get the plastic off of it. Nicely protected. If you guys remember, on the BMW I put something similar on that was kind of the same thing. It's It was sold by another company through BMW and through some of their subsidiaries, but the company itself sells it on Amazon. That way they can get more of their money and sell it to you for less, and that's how a lot of this stuff works. All right, so it goes here. So we're gonna make sure it fits in the curvature there. Not that way. How about that way? There we go. All right, so if you step close, you'll see that what's in there now is these little plugs. You might think to yourself, hold on, those aren't screw holes, those are plug holes. But when you pull the plugs out, there's a screw hole in there. And a bolt actually screws in there. So we're gonna go ahead and pull out all these three, and then I will we'll get this thing mounted in there. What I'm gonna use to pull it out. So I have a choice here. I can either use my little 90-degree angle pick, or I can use a real small tweaker screwdriver. So I choose to use the tweaker screwdriver because well, it's not gonna poke holes in anything mostly. So get that one pulled out of there. They're in there pretty tight. Okay. Now you can choose to put use pliers to pull it out. I just don't want it to go with pliers because I think I don't know. I don't want to make the mistake of grabbing something and yanking it out too hard. Okay, it's out. Next, we're gonna grab 4mm Allen here. We're going to grab our deflector. Where did I put that deflector? There it is. So yeah, one of the wonders of oh, Gma's calling me. I know exactly what it's for. Okay, yeah, one of the wonders of doing this kind of work is you got to get the lighting right. Well, to get the lighting right, I killed the garage lights where you can have more of this wonderful lighting that I actually paid for. Downside of that is it also, when the garage lights went off, it killed everything. I promise you, Gma, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just doing something else for a second. Being kind of ginger with these holes because nothing's ever been in them before. That's what she said. So they probably got a little grit in there, a little dirt, whatever. So I'm being just really careful about putting these in. The last thing I want to do is strip these holes out. Notice I'm not tightening these up, leaving them really loose because this thing is going to move around. It's got to wiggle. It's plastic. If you don't go in right the first time, back it out, wiggle it, jiggle it. So we're slowly just going to tighten them all up until they're all bottomed out. And this is all plastic. So I'm just letting it find its way. I definitely don't want to break anything. All right, so you'll notice it actually closed itself up a little bit. I should have showed you this before, but there was just a little bit of gap in there. And when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, okay, well, it's got a gap because it's not fit right or it's not molded right. And what that actually is, when you tighten this up, it actually closes up and pinches this in. All right, well, the deflectors are in here, and they're a little stiff, but I think they're supposed to be because you obviously don't want the wind blowing them out of the way. So I'm not putting Loctite on these because I'm bonding plastic pieces and there's a lot of flex in this stuff. I'm just gonna let it do its own thing. All right, let's check this out. Actually, accentuates it pretty good. That's pretty neat. And then when you open it up, you can actually make the air blow back on you. This is kind of like the mandibles I had on the BMW. Pretty cool. We'll look at it better when we get it outside, but let me get these pieces on. And then we'll take her for a ride, see how she actually works. Let's do the other side. Okay, so this is a whole lot of next verse, same as the first. Check this out though. Still trying to figure out where I want to put everything on the bike. So right now I've got my 360 here real low. You guys that watched the video when I was up at the drag race got a really cool perspective of the bike that the guy that was racing it for me, Sam, So I thought I'd try that on mine. So anyway, let's get this on. Let's get all these little plugs out of here. Be careful with them. Trying not to cause a hot mess here. Take my time. I thought I wouldn't actually be needing to use the diverters today. I thought I might be trying to keep the air off of me today because it was like low 60s this morning. But then me and the Pilly went out for lunch and it was quickly right back up to 90 degrees. So, okay, this time I'm going to make sure all my holes are open before I try to put the screws in. Yeah, it was just some kind of white vertigo, even though this bike is less than 2 years old. Had a lot of crap just built up inside them. Whoops. Let me just throw some stuff on the ground. Probably should have did this first on the other side too. And also kind of figure out which direction all the bolts are facing. That might have helped me on the other side too. Still can't figure out why they wouldn't just put screws in this. Oh well, is what it is. I might actually go back later and get stainless screws for this because I'm sure these will start rusting before too long. That's never a good thing. Alright. So pulling the plastic. Alright, getting the plastic off of this one. I am impressed that they sealed this up in plastic to kind of guard it. Make it a little more protected while it was shipping. Okay, see here you can see what I'm talking about. I thought it was kind of loose, like it wasn't in there all the way. But yep, now I know. Now I know. Now we all know better. All right, middle first. Phone never stops ringing. Give me a second. Alright, maybe I should be filming with this too. Let's see. We'll get a 360 view of me putting all these screws in. I think that'd be worth a hat. Maybe. So I've gotten used to the 360. The X2 is the one I have. And I think maybe I'm ready to step up to another one. A newer one. One that's easier to handle. Not that this one's hard to handle. Hard to handle now. But why do I have so many extra screws and washers? Huh. I have noticed they do always give you lots of extra washers. They don't give you extra bolts usually. If they do, it's like 1. When they give you extra washers, it's like 5. Okay. Always tighten the middle one first. Inside out. Alright. Make sure everything moves. Cool. Make sure I got washers. Why am I missing washers? Is that one missing a washer? No, I have all my washers. Okay, I just got extra washers then, I guess. Make sure they're tight. All right. Okay, nothing now to do but take her out and test drive her. Let's do that. All right, well, let's take a look at her out in the light. That don't look too bad. Looks pretty cool. So it leaves a little bit of air, a little bit of vent here on both sides. So let's take her out and try her. And oh, we got a bug up in there. Ooh, sorry, little there, big Mr. Dragonfly. Guess that means I gotta wash it. Sorry, G-Ma. Oh well. All right, let's take it for a ride. Let's see how this wind blocking works. And I'm intentionally not wearing sleeves. Alright, let's try her out. Alright, so someone once told me mistakes is where we learn. So somehow I lost all the audio from this clip. Not sure. The GoPros are kind of iffy sometimes. I thought the GoPro 8 still I think is the best one, but it still does lose audio. So anyway, so let's talk about these wings. Right now I've got the wings closed, and I immediately, even at, the speed limit through my subdivision is like 25. I may have been not doing that. Either way, so I could definitely immediately feel the difference in the wind. When I got up on the road, felt a little crisper, but I could tell that the wind was actually blowing around me. So let's take a look from this other direction here. So at one point, I opened them up and actually had the wind blowing up on me. And it was very, very familiar to the mandibles that are on the BMW. The one thing I did like about the BMW is it had the mandibles on it, and it would blow the wind right back up on you, kind of like vents in old cars and stuff. And that's what this did. So when I had these vents closed, blocked a whole lot of wind. When I had them open, it would blow the wind right back up on top of me. And I loved it. It was really cool. So as far as that goes, man, it was, these things worked really well. They're only like $30 on Amazon. I'll put the link below where you guys can see them. And I'm not sure how much they're giving me off. They have to see the video before they release it, but I'll be getting that release to you. As soon as you guys watch this video, maybe they'll have the release code to me, and I can get you guys a nice little discount. These weren't hard to install, as you saw. I mean, it's 6 bolts, 6 washers. The hardest part about this was trying to get the plastic off without scratching them. But again, that wasn't very hard. So, like I said, these are really great. I didn't think I'd like them as much as I did, but been using them now for a few days. Oh, by the way, this is future me. And I really liked them. So give them a chance, man. PBYMT is a pretty good company. They're going to be sending me some more stuff. I'm going to get some more discounts. And don't be turned off by the fact that this Chinese product. Everything comes from China. Burley gets their stuff from a Chinese company. A lot of these seat companies, 60-bar companies, that stuff's not made in America, guys. Sorry to tell you. It's made in China and imported and sold here. All right, so I said we're going to the highway. Well, hell, we're doing, 60. I mean, we're going the speed limit on this road. So, yeah, and this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going to use it probably most of the time. Holy crap, dude. Thumbs down, asshole. I mean, guy, bless your heart. What the heck's wrong with people? Where was I? Oh yeah, not dying in a fiery accident because some jerk decides to pull out in front of everybody. Anyway, what's with this privilege, man? I'm telling you. Anyway, as I was saying, yep, time will tell how good these run. We'll stay in touch here. You'll see how they run on my channel if you see me cussing them sometime. Then you'll know. Huh? Yellow, still good. Alright then. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I'm getting in the crappy traffic on the other side of Olive Branch, which, talk about some privileged drivers. Jeez, man. Alright, I'll cut it out. Maybe. For now, though, I'm going to flip around in one of these little lots here. Like you say where I grew up, you say flip a turtle, but it wasn't a turtle we'd flip. Anyway, what's wrong with me? It's Saturday. We ran out of cookies. Wife's making more at home, so I'm just trying to stay busy until she gets her cookies made. So I guess there's nothing really wrong. Oh, you know what? I was gonna go to Aldi's and I just realized I don't have my wallet on me. Good thing I'm nice to all the police around here. Hope I just didn't curse myself. Next Friday night's episode, I'm not sure what it's going to be about. I usually don't know until like Wednesday. So if you got some good suggestions, throw them in the comments. Don't forget also, I have a Patreon, I have a YouTube memberships, and I sell t-shirts. That's how I pay for everything I get, which honestly right now I'm paying for everything myself. But it's nice to have a little bit of help when I'm paying for stuff. Alright guys, let's see you in the next episode. Bye bye.